The Married Woman's Property Act, Section 6. Provisions as to husband. For the avoidance of doubt, it is hereby declared that nothing in this act shall a. render the husband of a married woman liable in respect of any contract entered into, or debt or obligation incurred by her after the marriage, in respect of which he would not have been liable if this act has not been passed. So this seems to be saying if she owes a debt, right, which nothing in this act will render the husband liable to pay that debt by her after the marriage. Even if she went into debt after the marriage, in respect of which he would not have been liable if this act had not been passed. D. Nothing in this act shall b. exempt the husband of a married woman from liability in respect of any contract entered into. Exempt the husband of a married woman from liability in respect of any contract entered into, or debt or obligation incurred by her after the marriage, in respect of which he would have been liable if this act had not been passed. Here it says, not being a debt or obligation arising out of the commission of a tort. Okay. C. Prevents a husband and wife from acquiring, holding, and disposing of any property jointly or as tenants in common, or from rendering themselves or being rendered jointly liable in respect of any tort, contract, debt, or obligation from suing or being sued either in tort or in contract, or otherwise in like manner, as if they were not married. So they can be sued. It does not prevent a husband and wife from acquiring or holding or disposing of any property jointly or as tenants in common, or from rendering themselves as are being rendered jointly liable. Okay, so they can be jointly liable to being sued or otherwise. That seems to be what that is saying. D. Prevents the exercise of any joint power given to a husband and wife. Section 7. As to stocks, etc., to which a married woman is entitled. All deposits in the government or other savings bank or in any other bank, all annuities granted by the commissioners for the reduction of national debt or by any other person, and all sums forming part of the public stocks or funds of Great Britain or of this island, or of any other stocks or funds transferable in the books of the governor and company of the Bank of England, or of any other bank which on the 1st day of January 1887 are standing in the sole name of a married woman, and all debentures issued under any enactment of this island, and all shares, stocks, debenture stocks, or other interests of or in any corporation, company, or public body, municipal, commercial, or otherwise, or in any industrial purveyment friendly building or loan society which on the first day of January 1887 are standing in her name shall be deemed, unless and until the contrary is shown, to be the property of such married woman, and the fact that any such deposit, annuity, sum forming part of the public stocks of funds of Great Britain or of this island, or any other stocks or funds transferable in the books of the governor and company of the Bank of England or of any other bank, shares, stocks, debenture stocks, or other interest as aforesaid, is standing in the sole name of a married woman, shall be sufficient prima facie evidence that she is the beneficiary entitled thereto, so to authorize and empower her to receive or transfer the same, and to receive the dividend, interest, and profits thereof without the concurrence of her husband, and to indemnify the commissioners for the reduction of the national debt, the governor and company of the Bank of England, the governor and the company of the Bank of Ireland, the accountant general of this island, and all debtors, managers, and trustees of every such bank, corporation, company, public body, or society as aforesaid in respect thereof. Full stop. Let's see, this is one long sentence that took up an entire page, almost 2 pages, without a full stop, without a period. Well, this is how they wrote these documents, legal documents. And it keeps referring to the Bank of England. In 1887, when this law was written, Jamaica was a colony of Britain. Alright, so that explains the references to England and Ireland and so on. Section 8. As to stocks, etc., to be transferred, etc., to a married woman. All sums forming part of the public stocks of funds of Great Britain, or of this island, or of any other stocks or funds transferable in the books of the Bank of England or any other bank, and all such deposits and annuities respectively, as to the and as are mentioned in this last preceding section, and all debentures issued under any enactment of this island, and all shares, stocks, debenture stocks, and other interests of or in any such corporation, company, public body, or society, as aforesaid, which form and after the first day of January 1887 shall be allotted to, or placed, registered, or transferred in, or into, or made to stand in the sole name of any married woman, shall be deemed unless and until the contrary is shown, to be her property, in respect of which, so far as any liability may be incident thereto, she shall stand alone to be liable. It seems as if that's what this is saying, is that any stocks or saving that she has in her name only belongs to her. Alright. Provided always that nothing in this act shall require or authorize any corporation or joint stock company to admit any married woman to be holder of any shares or stock therein, to which any liability may be incident, contrary to the provisions of any enactment of this island, Act of the United Kingdom Parliament, chapter, by law, articles, or association or deed of settlement relating such corporation or company, or regulating such corporation or company. Section 9. Investments in joint names of married woman and others. All provisions hereinbefore contained as to deposits in any government or other savings bank, or in any other bank, annuities granted by the commissioners for the reduction of the national debt, or by any other person, sums forming part of the public stocks or funds of Great Britain or of this island, or any other stocks or funds transferable in the books of the Bank of England or of any other bank, debentures issued under any enactment of this island, shares, stocks, debenture stocks, or other interests of or in any such corporation, company, public body, or society, as aforesaid, respectively, which on the first day of January 1887 shall be standing in the sole name of a married woman, or which after that time shall be allotted to, or placed, registered, or transferred to, or into, or made to stand in the sole name of a married woman, shall respectively extend and apply, so far as relates to the estate, right, title, or interest of the married woman, to any or made to stand in the sole name of the married woman, shall respectively extend and apply, so far as relates to the estate, right, title, or interest of the married woman, to any of the particulars aforesaid, which on the first day of January 1887, or at any time afterwards, shall be standing in, or shall be allotted to, placed, registered, or transferred to, or into, or made to stand in the name of any married woman jointly with any person or persons other than her husband. So, this is talking about debentures, savings, right, to deposits in any bank that is in an account with a married woman's name and any other person other than her husband, or any time afterwards, shall be standing in, or shall be allotted to, placed, registered, or transferred to, or into, or made to stand in the name of any married woman jointly with any person or persons other than her husband. All right. Another very long sentence there. Section 10. As to stocks, etc., standing in the joint name of a married woman and others. It shall not be necessary for the husband of any married woman, in respect of her interest, to join in the transfer of any annuity or deposit, as aforesaid, or any sum forming part of the public stock or funds of Great Britain or of this island, or of any other stocks or funds transferable as aforesaid, or any debentures issued under any enactment of this island, or any stock debenture, debenture stocks, or debenture stock, or other benefits, right, claim, or other interest of or in any such corporation, company, public body, or society as aforesaid, which is now or shall at any time hereinafter be standing in the sole name of any married woman, or in the joint names of such married woman and any other person or persons, not being her husband. So this seems to be saying that if she wants to transfer any money saved to another account, and that account is a joint account but not joint with her husband does not need to authorize such transfer. Section 11. We'll read section 11 in another video.